Today I'm going to show you guys how to get an old carbureted two-stroke outboard motor onto the Nema 2000 network. As you can see, this is an old carbureted Yamaha. It's a saltwater series that does not work with Nema 2000, so it's not easily plug and play with Nema 2000, I should say. So if we come over here, you can see on my dash, I don't have the Yamaha 6x5 gauges anymore. I took them out. And I'm using a Simrad G07 XSR. And if I go to instruments, once it boots up here, you can see I have fuel level, supply voltage. Miles per hour is based off of GPS. I still have the rubber tube that went to the old gauges, but I don't need it when I can just go off of the GPS. And I have RPM. I didn't see any need for anything more than that. There is a way to get engine hours on these. I just haven't quite figured it out yet. And basically, all I'm running is this Nolan RS11. It's a CAN bus engine data converter. And you see I have a couple wires put in there. There's a red wire that's looped from A5 to power, and that just tells me my battery voltage. And then same thing on the right side, you see your power and ground. That ground is also wrapped around to P1 negative. The company says that sometimes with engines that put out too many pulses per revolution, you need to add a ground so you get a consistent RPM reading. The green wire is my factory Yamaha harness that went to the 6x5 gauges. I just unplugged my gauges, stripped that wire back, and put it in P1 positive. All this is programmed on the Nolan Engineering software setup wizard, which comes with the unit itself. So you don't need to buy anything extra. You just need to buy the unit. It comes with the cable, the Nema 2000 drop cable to connect into your backbone. And you have to have an HP computer that has USB ports on it. So, go back up here. And I'll fire this thing up. So, as you can see, it works pretty well. I also have the fuel flow meter hooked up on here. So if I go back into the layout, I can change the different layouts of what I want, but this is the one that I had set up for what I have and what I need. So basically anything older than 2006, especially for Yamaha. I'm not too sure about Honda, Mercury, and Suzuki, but I know on Yamaha, anything below 2006 does not have the capability to run on Nema 2000. The ECM and the motor just doesn't spit out the right information. So you have to use some type of data converter. And after talking with a few different people, and especially the guy over there at Nolan Engineering, he was a huge help. I forget his name off the top of my head, but I had to call him 3 or 4 times to just figure out a couple different bugs, like the fuel level. You should have to have a gauge to get your sense voltage to the gauge, and then it comes back. With this, you don't have that option. So I just have 2 wires, my ground going to the sensor itself, and then the 1 power wire that comes off of the top and comes back in to A1. So A1 is my fuel level, and that red wire just runs straight down to the top of my sending unit. Like I said, there's a setup wizard that comes with the RS11, and it's very easy to use. It's very user-friendly, but it does require a HP computer that has USB ports in it, and they have to be serial USB ports. Some USB ports will not transmit data, and for this one you do need a USB port that will transmit data to and from the RS11. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody out, you know, especially these older motors. It's hard to find any information on them, but one other thing is if you do have a 2-stroke engine and say it's a 6-cylinder like my Yamaha here, chances are when you set up the pulses per revolution for RPM, you're going to need to put 6 pulses per revolution. That's going to mean that there's 6 spark pulses per 1 singular revolution of the engine. 4 strokes, however, are going to be half. So if it's a 6-cylinder 4-stroke, it's going to be 3 pulses per revolution of the flywheel, crank, engine, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm going to try to get this channel growing with more boat stuff and just anything else I can tinker around with. So thank you.